you know, the only thing I could do was just thank God that I didn't have to sell my house, or I didn't have to get a second job, or I didn't have to scrape and scramble to figure out how bills were going to get paid. The only thing I could do was thank the Lord.
Ahce Will's a genius.
The title of this video is "It Cost Me $40,000 to Leave My Job." When I seen this, it's one of those things where you scrolling and you stop, you go, that don't even sound right. Why did it cost you, or how did it cost you $40,000 to leave your job? We about to find out.
So one of the things that I have not shared with a lot of people, and it's not because I'm embarrassed, I guess it's just like super weird. I feel like a certain type of way. But anyway, you know, it literally cost me $40,000 to leave my last job. No lie.
All right, I like to do predictions. My prediction is she either took a $40,000 pay cut. That's my only prediction. I try to see if I had anything else in there. That's the only thing I could think of. Like, she took a $40,000 pay cut, or somehow she left $40,000 on the table somehow. I don't know. Cause actually, like, costing you $40,000, like, you know, when the way you word it, it make it seem like you had to pay $40,000 to leave. When, come on, I hope that's not the case.
It cost me about $20,000 out of pocket, meaning real green money out of my pocket, and then it cost me another $20,000 or so in a pay cut. But when
hey, I'm 50% right. I'll take it. If I'm shooting, hey, 50%, that's a good percentage. We'll take it. But $20K out of pocket, let her explain, because I'm confused.
that is pennies in a bucket of a price to pay for the piece that I have now. You know, the only thing I could do was just thank God that I didn't have to sell my house, or I didn't have to get a second job, or I didn't have to scrape and scramble to figure out how bills were going to get paid. The only thing I could do was thank the Lord for letting me be smart enough to save my money, for letting me be financially intelligent enough to realize that this is nothing compared to, number one, what I'm going through, and number two, the cost of my peace. And I know a lot of people don't understand that, but when I tell you that the peace that I have now, again, I would have paid double that. And I know some people say that's crazy. You go to work to make money. Indeed you do. But all money ain't good money. And I had to realize that.
My grandma always said that. My grandma always say, every dollar is not your dollar. And I have to remind myself that sometimes, where like I'll be trying to work. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I still do it though. Sometimes I work 7 days a week. But every now and then you gotta remind yourself, like, every dollar is not your dollar, bro. You ain't gotta be available at all times to make every single penny you can. Like, every dollar is not your dollar. It's a fact. Shout out grandma. She instilled that in me. Every dollar is not your dollar. It's a fact.
Yeah. So call me what you want. A lot of people call me crazy. I've been called worse by better, but that's what it is. So one of the things that I have not shared with
Bro, I need more of the story though. Like, okay, so she paid $20K out of pocket, and then she took a $20K pay cut, right? So I was kind of right about that, but like, I want to know what happened though, because that ain't enough though. Like, come on, what is story time at? Like, we need an update. We need an update right there. Hold up, that ain't. It's like a 4-minute video. What I'm gonna do? Post this as a snippet? This video might never see the light of day. I'm gonna have to partner this video up with another video. Find another one though. Alright, we're gonna partner this video up with another video.
So one of the things,
because that just wasn't enough, bro. Like, come on now. She left us hanging. Like, what happened for real? Let's get it.
Let's talk about how it cost me $10,000 to quit my last job. Noted, this was my first job, no critical care experience. And I said, well, I'll stay at this job for 2 years because I need the experience. They're offering a sign-on bonus of $10,000. I'm gonna stay here, I need it. I signed my life away. I didn't want to get to a point to where it was 2 years into this job and I started looking for jobs in bigger cities, which has always been my goal. So I just started looking early, just trying to see what was out there. I'm applied to this.
Another prediction. When he signed, right, he signed for that $10,000 bonus. He probably got it. But in that contract, usually when you get a bonus or something, I don't want to say usually, but a lot of the times when you sign a bonus or something, You have to be there for a certain amount of years. If you leave before that time, you gotta pay that money back. I'm guessing that's what happened.
Job that I just started, and I accepted it, but I had to repay the sign-on bonus at 4% interest. Even with me having to repay this sign-on bonus, it was still a no-brainer. I work less days per month. I make more money. I'm in a city that I actually want to be in. So I said, hey, y'all can have it. Look, take it. But before you take these sign-on bonuses, make sure you read the contract to see if you leave, what happens.
Trying to tell y'all, I already know. I be knowing, man. I be knowing. I be knowing. I don't even be knowing how I be knowing. I just be knowing. Like, the knowledge just be oozing. You feel me? It just be there. Like, knowledge just be oozing out. Like, stick around me, you gonna learn something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you down. Let me stop talking, man. But I had it, man. I might have to find one more, man. This video ain't long enough, bro. I think I got one more for y'all. Hold on. One more. We're gonna make this a thing. I'm sorry, we had to kind of just piece this one together, but that last one it just wasn't enough. Like, you left us hanging, bro.
You might be sick of your job, but let me tell you the true cost of leaving your job. As someone who's going through this now, let me show you the exact maths I had to do to work out how much I would need to make to even break. Example of a London Band 7 NHS salary, okay? London midpoint Band 7 is like £57,000, so let's just work off that. And I know you're thinking, boo, the NHS, but the one thing they don't tell you, that pension is good. Although you're contributing 10%, they are adding 23% to that. That's about 11 grand of your salary. So immediately you're up. Then you've got your annual leave, which is roughly about 26 or 27 days a year plus 8 bank holidays paid for. That's almost 14% of your entire working year, which is almost like another 8 grand. And let's throw in the variables, maternity leave. And this is where the employers really get us. Maternity leave on a salary that can be worth anything between £10,000 and £15,000. That is serious bread, because you're also accruing holiday leave during that time. And think about all the free training that you access. Now, this might vary role to role, but that could be anything between £1,000 to £2,000 a year. And probably the biggest thing for me is sickness leave. Certain jobs you can get 6 months paid sickness leave. That's serious money. That's worth about £28,000. Suddenly, your public sector role is now worth over £100,000. That's £100,000 of guaranteed salary and security. It's not to be sniffed at. So before you leave your job, just make sure you do the maths.
Okay, I get what she's saying. She did all the maths of all the benefits of working and what it would cost you to leave that and what you would be leaving behind. But I ain't gonna lie, when you're trying to get it on your own, trying to get it out the mud, sometimes that don't even mean nothing. So that 100-something thousand, what is that to me when I could go bet on myself and make 100 million? You feel me? Like, let's be real. These things are in place to literally keep you thinking like that. Like, yo, I don't really want to quit this job because, man, I make good money. I make decent money. You make decent money, nigga. You could leave and go make great money. Like, just think, it's mindset. You know what I'm saying? I get what she's saying. I'm not knocking it though. I'm not telling you to quit your job either, because I still got mine. But it's still mindset though. Like, what's 100,000 to 100 million? Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could leave your job, go make 10, 15, 20 million doing something you really love to do, and it's always gonna beat. Or you could go make 500,000, or you could leave and make the same 100,000, but if you made 100,000 doing something you really want to do versus something you really didn't enjoy doing, that 100,000 that you made doing something you wanted to do, still, it just is worth a little more in my opinion. But, you know, comment down below, let me know how y'all think about this, man. How much would it cost you to leave your job, man? Till next time, Ahce will gone.